Custom RC Mods here. Today's video, I'm going to be making the Sentinel spy drone into something I can actually fly. So basically the backstory is this was given to me, it didn't have a controller, so I tried to look for a controller on the web so I could just get this to fly, but it seems like I have to take the DIY route and make it work with my blade transmitter, which currently is the MLP. I've really had no reason to upgrade, but now that I'm kind of getting more into hobby grade drones, I might upgrade it to like a DX6 or something if I ever get there or anything. So yeah, so let's talk about what I've already done. First thing I did was remove the battery. This is a 2S LiPo battery, and it has this weird connector on it that's probably somewhat proprietary in toy grade drones, but I don't really use it. So that's going to come off and probably be replaced with some, like maybe even a Dean's, might pick up a micro Dean's or something like that, but nothing too hefty on that thing. But anyway, so the next thing I pulled off was the camera module, and so this is interestingly, there's no onboard SD. The SD card is in the remote itself, so there's what is recorded is the live video feed from the drone, which is, I believe, is like 5.8 gigahertz FPV. However, I did try to control the camera with my FPV screen, but I was not successful with that, so I don't know what's up with that. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this or not with the build. So anyway, these are the housings for the camera module right here. It's a pretty funky looking housing that goes in the bottom, and this is the battery mount that went on the drone as well. So I took out a bunch of screws, and this little place is going to be where I'm going to be putting all my screws. So anyway, yeah, so let's look on the bottom. Basically, this is a main flight control board. There's LEDs in here, and of course the motors go out here. So basically what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be going ahead and taking these 6 screws on each arm out, and basically bringing out the FC and desoldering all the motors and the LEDs from the flight controller, and seeing if I can make this work in a way so I can find another FC board that would be blade compatible. So yeah, the Spectrum, I have yet to find a Spectrum compatible board yet so far, but I'm looking through Blade's older lineup of drones to see if there's something this big that was brushed or something similar, but hopefully I don't have to end up going for a smaller drone for these big motors. But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so it looks like some of them are all loose right now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and pull all these sections that I just unscrewed off, and hopefully all the screws will stay in. Yeah, that's the hope. So there's one. I'm going to go ahead and arrange them according to what is front and back. So that was the front right there, and that was not smart. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull all these other ones off. Alright, so the next thing on the list is to pull out the airframe, and as you can see, it's pretty loose. So basically what I'm going to be doing is taking the skeleton of the quad out so that we can get to the FC board. But first off, I need to remove the propellers, and each propeller is held on right here with a Phillips head screw right there. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these propellers. Alright, so as you can see here, the airframe just comes just right off as I flipped it over. And so the only thing that is left on this board to be attached to the actual housing is the LEDs. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to desolder them from this board just because I want to keep them in place because they're different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so I attempted to desolder one of these LEDs, but I am going to actually end up just cutting them off along with the motors. So I'm just going to cut them really close to the board just because this solder is really thick, and it looks like it's just not really, my soldering iron's either not hot enough or it just really doesn't want to come off. So Okay, so now the actual shell of the drone is off, and as you can see, I did draw an arrow right there just to make sure I know which way is forward. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside next to all my other parts. And as you can see, we are left with the FC and all these little wires sticking out of it. So basically, what we got to do here is I'm going to go ahead and unscrew these 4 screws that are on the FC board right here. Alright, so now that the FC board has come unscrewed, you can see that it will kind of pop out. And of course, you got your motor wire here that I'm going to clip off real quick. Actually, rather the battery wire. And I'm just going to go ahead and clip one and clip another. I don't think I'm going to use it, but it's good to have just in case. So this is a battery and camera kind of connector piece right here that goes to connect the camera. As you can see right here, this plugs in right there. But anyway, so this is the FC board that we're going to be leaving behind for this project. I'm just going to go ahead and set it with the camera and things like that, but I doubt I'm going to use it. So anyway, that's pretty much all I can do for this video. Basically, in the next video, hopefully I'll have the FC. That might be a little while from now, though. So if you have any suggestions on which flight controller I should get for this drone, make sure that you comment down below, because I need all the comments I can get, just so that I know what to get. Remember, I have a Spectrum transmitter, which means that I can bind to any Blade, helicopter, quadcopter rather, kind of FC board. So anyway, that's the video, guys. Complete teardown, going really good so far. So I hope you really enjoyed everything, and if you have any suggestions on what I should do with this, please comment down below. Thanks for watching.